generational player.
Hang on. We're going live.
Oh, very good entry. I like that.
Thanks, Keith. Well, g'day, Dragons fans. I'm Big T, and this is the Mad Dragons podcast, Team List Tuesday, where we do the hard work early and then sit back and let the good times roll, if you know what I mean. On Saturday night, it's the St. George Illawarra Dragons take on the West Tigers at Kogarah Jubilee Oval, a matchup the Tigers should honestly fear. Let's talk history, because history is about absolutely belts the Tigers around. 47 games, 25-22. And that's before we even get to Kogarah, where the numbers get downright embarrassing. At Jubilee Oval, the Dragons lead the head-to-head 5-2, a proper home ground chokehold. When the Tigers come to Jubilee, they normally fold. And the form, well, the Tigers roll in with just one win from their last four, including that 68-0 humiliation from Penrith. A loss so brutal, it still echoes around the rugby league. You don't walk into Kogarah carrying that kind of scar tissue and expect a good night. Not with the hill roaring, not with the Red V fired up, not with the Dragons ready to turn Jubilee Oval into a pressure cooker. Tonight, it's not just a game, it's a reminder of who owns this match, who owns this ground, and a reminder that the Tigers' nightmares are in red and white. It's the Mad Dragon podcast. Let's go. All right, welcome to the panel. Billy, how old? Billy's gone. Scoop, how are you?
Not too bad, thanks, Big T. I love hosting Tuesdays with my fellow co-main host, the handsome fella.
We've got we've got Uncle Rob with us too. Rob, how are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. I'm fired up. I'm sorry to Keith. I can see obviously a Tigers supporter. Luai's out. Jerome Luai.
That's right.
That's it.
We might win a game, the Dragons.
Well, this is one happy Tigers fan because we've got our other player back from injury there. So he's going to replace him. So, and what is it they say that when Luai was out before and he was playing,
They played well.
they played well. And the only concern I do have, like, Maxini's a great player, but I think he needs possibly a little bit of time in the reserve grade to get that bit more experience. I just think that he's great at wanting to do the tackle bus, but his tackling needs to come up to standards a little bit.
Yeah.
That showed on the weekend when he came on and he played against the Newcastle Knights. But I've got my fingers crossed that for this weekend that things start turning themselves around again.
Well, he sort of introduced himself. This is Keith, an old mate of mine. I've known Keith for 45 plus years.
I was going to say far too long.
Oh, no, not far too long.
It's always been good though.
That's right. Yeah, Keith used to date a young lady in my street, and she was a good looker too. So I hopefully Chris won't mind me saying that, but yeah, she was a good looker back in the day.
Keith, was Big T ever after her? Was Big T ever after
her? No, too young.
Too young?
No, too young. He was only 9. I've been married to her for 45 years.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
So that's right. Oh, what a story. Fantastic.
Well, look, all the girls in that family were good lookers, Keith, all of them.
Yeah. So you got, there's 6 of them. So there's Don, Robert, and then you've got the 4 girls, which is Sonia.
That's right.
Yeah, Sonia, Mandy, Tina, and Christine.
That's right. Long time ago, mate. Long time ago. Well, before we go any further, I've got to do this because this bloke pays the bills.
All right, Dragons fans, before we rip into this week's game, let's talk about a local business that absolutely knows how to get the job done. If you're running a warehouse, moving locations, upgrading your storage, or staring down the barrel of a lease make good, you need the team at Complete Warehouse Solutions. These guys aren't some big city outfit who don't know the area. They're family owned, based right here in Lake Illawarra, servicing the Illawarra and beyond. And when they say complete, they mean complete. New warehouse fit out, they'll measure it, design it, supply it, and install your pallet racking and shelving properly. Safe, compliant, and built to last. Relocating, they'll dismantle your racking, transport it, and rebuild it at the new site so you're back up and running faster than a Dragon's backline shift. End of lease and the landlord wants it back to bare bones? No dramas. They'll strip it out, repair it, repaint it, clean it, leave it looking like you were never there. And here's the smart bit. They even buy back quality used racking and storage systems. So instead of wasting money, you might actually put some back in your pocket. It's tough work, it's hands-on, it's industrial, and it's done by locals who take pride in doing it right. So if your warehouse needs muscle, experience, and a team that won't muck you around, get onto Complete Warehouse Solutions. Because just like the Dragons, when the pressure's on, you want the right team beside you. Complete Warehouse Solutions, your one-stop shop for getting the job done.
There you go. Thanks to Complete Warehouse Solutions. Give them a call on 4257 1930 or 0417 223 409. Give Jeff a call. Jeff an email at jeff@completews.com.au. Well, there you go, Jeff. That's your first one for tonight. There's Christine there. Hoo-hoo, what a looker. Before, I'm sure she'll love you doing that too. Okay. Before we go into the Saturday's game, from the press conference, Damien Cook says he believes the bunker missed a blatant knock on. We all know that. Everybody's seen it. And then the very next day, the NRL come out and go, "Oops, that should not have been a try." That doesn't help us now, does it? Same as the game against Same as the game where Cookie kicked the ball out of Toto's hands. They weren't in his hands. That was a try as well. So, yeah. All right, we've got to go through this. Oh, there's the ladder. Well, that's our ladder anyway. That's us down the bottom. That's us broken. That's us down the bottom there. So, no, the ladder there. Scoop, quickly go for the top 8.
In third, you've got Penrith Panthers, followed by Up the Wires in second. Third, surprise team of the competition so far, the Redcliffe Dolphins, followed by the Raiders, Newcastle, Manly, Souths, and rounding out the top 8, the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. In ninth, you've got the Cowboys. 10th, you've got the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. Yeah, in 11th, you got Keith's team, the West Tigers. 13th, the surprising Melbourne
Storm. Yeah.
13th, got Broncos. Sorry, Melbourne's 12th, Broncos 13th. 14th, Canberra Raiders, the disappointing team from last year. 16th, the Parramatta Squeals. 16th, the Gold Coast Titans, and last place, I won't mention it.
That's right. We're not there. Talking about the Parramatta Eels, Jason Rolls was in a car accident on the way home, or he found a car accident where a car was rolled over, and he jumped out, and another guy smashed the window and pulled the girl that was in the car out of the car. So, well done, Jason Rolls. Superman. So, yeah. Good on Jason Rolls. Okay. All right, before we go anywhere, it's time. It's time for this. There you go. All right, there's the Tigers side there, Keith. Would you go through that team for us?
Okay, we've got Jareen Buller, who's in form at the moment. Sonil Taruva, Amasi Makasini, Stafford Toa, Jarrell Skelton, Jock Madden back in for Luai. Now, this is where I reckon that's going to be a real bonus.
Good player.
Adam Dewey, Tyrell May, we've lost his brother.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrone, he's gone for the season. Api Coruscant, Fanu Pole, Tony Suka, Sione Fanu, Alex 12 back in the side. Now, that's a bonus for us as well.
Ever reliable, Alex 12.
Oh, yep. You'd rely on him every week.
Him and Safar,
Then you got
two of the most reliable players.
Yeah, Safar was sensational last week, but unfortunately you got to have a complete team around to have a win. In the interchange, we've got Josie Lanyon. Now, I don't know too much about him. Bundy Afoa, Alex Safar, Latour Fanu, Filatino Tavana, and Charlie Murray. And then you've got the extended bench of Javen Andrews, Heath Mason, and Maverick Geyer.
Yeah.
And the coach, Mr. Benji Marshall.
That's him, mate. That's him. Bunty Afoa's got some hair on him.
Yeah, he sure has.
Hey, he has. He's got my share, I think, and a few other people.
Yours has slipped. Yours has slipped. It's come down here. It is. So.
That's it, mate. That's it. This one's not as grey as this one. This is my Santa Claus look. Ho ho ho. Tyler May out, Skelton back, or Skelton in. Does that change the dynamic of the back line?
I think it would do, but I think we've May coming back. I think he's come back too early, and now he's gone, and they look like he's having to have surgery. So,
was that his third shoulder dislocation this year?
His third shoulder injury this year.
Yeah, we've seen that a few years ago with Gareth Widdop doing his shoulder. He'd done it a couple of times, and then that was it. He was all over for him. What a big back. Dewey's back, eh?
Well, he came back last week, and I thought he played exceptional last week. First match back
in for the side. He didn't miss much apparently. I didn't say the Tigers game, but he didn't miss much.
No, and the other thing was, for someone that's just come back with a shoulder injury, you expect him to be a little bit ginger, but he wasn't. He was just straight into it.
Yeah, 100%.
Stealing the ball and things like that, and setting up tries. So, setting up our only try.
Yeah, but he's a great player.
And now I think that when you find Jock Madden and Adam Dewey in the middle, you put in their Api Coruscant as well. I'm hoping that with Jareen Buller doing what he did last week, he was putting up the high bombs as well, chasing after him, and then he's doing like the basketballers reverse spin to try and get the ball and then pace the ball down.
Yeah.
So we'll just see what happens.
That's right. It's such a dynamic side Benji's got there. Jareen Buller at the back. Even Skelton comes in on the wing. Skelton's a very skillful player, strong, fast. So overall this year, Keith, how do you evaluate the team's performance in 2026 compared to last year?
Oh, definitely. From last year, I would reckon last year was about a 4 out of 10. This year, I'm giving them about a 6.5 at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, ours hasn't changed much.
So what's your rating for your team?
I'm going to say 4.5.
Okay.
I don't know about the other guys. What's your scoop?
I'm going to say nil.
Nil?
For our team so far to fail.
Fail. All right. He's back in old school ways. What do you reckon, Bill? What's our
100. What about 100?
100 sounds good to me. I think they haven't, man. Rob, what do you reckon? What's your evaluation of the Dragons?
I like to look at it they're on the improve. I think with the new injection of the new players next year,
Yeah,
and
we're
a
not
few more aboard,
talking
I don't know. But I
We're
think
talking
what I
about
see-
today.
No, but what I see is improvement. So
Yeah.
I don't like to score it, but I see improvement. And we could have won that game last week. You know what I mean? Rubber the
So
green.
why's Luai out?
Yeah.
He copped a
Okay.
head knock last week,
Okay.
so they assessed him
Yeah.
at the time, and they said that he was okay. But during the week, he's had dizzy spells, so they've assessed him
Ooh.
again, and they've ruled him out through
Yeah.
not being able to, be
So
with it, I suppose.
You'd lose a lot having him out and bringing Jock Madden. Hang on. Okay, what's a breaking news, Scoop?
Match officials have been confirmed for.
Okay, we'll talk about them. We'll talk about them later when we get to State of Origin. Where were we? What do you lose and what do you get with swapping Madden and Luai?
Well, when Luai was out before, Jock Madden and Dewey and Sanil Taruva ripped the Newcastle Knights apart out at Campbelltown. I was out there and was able to watch the match and their plays of the ball, and they just had Newcastle Knights all over the place. Yeah. So I'm hoping, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed, they do exactly the same again this week on Saturday.
Yeah, we had Newcastle Knights a couple of weeks ago, and we had them, but we stuffed up again. But we'll talk about stuffing up a bit later on. What are your thoughts on Mav Geyer? Mark Geyer's young bloke.
When he's out there and he's put on the field, he's doing a solid job. He's very, very good in his tackling, and he's always trying to promote the ball. So I think he's doing a great job.
Yeah. I've got another question here for you. Where'd it go? Which players this year have really been showing that they're NRL players as opposed to what they did last year?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Because the people that have stood up so far this year have already... But Jock Madden actually coming back into the side from... where was he? Brisbane. He'd come back from Brisbane.
Yeah, he did.
And he's been every time he's played, he's been sensational for us. Alex Seyfarth has been really putting it up there. And Jareem Buller, since he came back from his injury, he's been playing exceptional as well. So I think that if we go further on down the track, they did want to have Api Coruscant in the State of Origin before. So he went to the last one, didn't play. And this time they bypassed him. So you never know with the perception of how people get picked for teams and what we see and what the coach sees. So, look, I'd like for Maverick Geyer to get a few more runs before the end of the season because he's off to Perth.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought he was he's putting a really big effort into the team.
Well, I hate to break this to you, but it's been confirmed Maverick Geyer has been released immediately from the Tigers to go over to New Zealand Warriors for...
Ooh.
Oh, hang on. No, sorry, my bad.
You stuffed it up.
Give a good scoop.
Well done, Scoop. Keith.
Yeah.
Your team has been absolutely shocking at times in defence.
Yes.
Yes. You've had some massive losses. The one that comes to mind was the one against the Cronulla, where they had that poor little boy with his Cronulla. I think it was the Cronulla auntie giving him heaps. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
The poor little bloke. And then they brought him. They brought him to the game. Hang on, Scott. They brought him to the game against the Panthers, and they lost 68-0. What's up with the Tigers' defence some weeks?
Everybody knows that it's a team effort. And unfortunately, this is where Macassini's got an issue at the moment. that he tends to put an arm out to try and tackle a player. You've got to do it full on, and you've got some players there pretty good with their tackling, but Stafford Toa's missed a few tackles. Macassini. You get a match like Penrith, right? Other teams have been like the Cowboys on the weekend. They were able to match it up with Penrith, and they done a great job. But it starts off with defence, and if you're losing by 68 points, your team does not have a defensive structure.
Yeah. Who's the defensive coach out there? Do you know? I'm not sure myself. But,
Well, I think Chris Hyington's.
Tigers.
Yeah, Chris Hyington.
Yeah,
I know he's there.
Yeah, Chris Hyington's there, but I'm not too sure if he's actually the defensive coach.
I think John Morris might be.
Yeah, I'm just going to Google it.
I think Scoop's on that. Scoop's on that. All right, go. What's the breaking news from the Tigers?
It has been confirmed 4 minutes ago by the West Tigers official on Facebook. Luke Lalili has officially been released with effective immediately.
Oh, okay, something must have gone on there. And then you've got a supporter with you there, a friend of mine, Tanya. Thanks for joining us, Tanya. I've known her for 45 years as well, so you're both Tigers fans, so there must be something about that.
Big T, can I ask Keith a question? Is that okay?
Yeah, you can. It's about time. Keith, for that. You can ask Keith a question.
You're an overall sports person. You like sport, like across the board. You watch sport.
I do.
So the World Cup soccer's on at the moment, mate. I remember in 1973 on Big T's village,
Yeah.
I watched the Dragons beat Newtown Jets 1-0 in 1973. 1-0. So could we take it, Adelaide, the Socceroos beating Egypt by 1-0? We'd take it, right?
We'll take it every day of the week.
Yeah, well, I go back to when I say about soccer, with the World Cup being on at the moment, I was lucky enough to go to a Chelsea Leeds FA Cup final back in the early 70s.
Wow!
But back then, well, it was a 2-2 draw. So I've gone all the way from Epsom into Wembley, watched them play a 2-2 draw. They don't do the soccer shootout, the penalty shootout back then. So they did a replay, and it was at Leeds' own ground on a Wednesday, which we won 2-1. So,
did you go to that one?
No. Where I lived in Epsom, I was lucky enough that someone had organised tickets for me to go.
Oh,
and Keith, remember a player called Errol Hanley who played for you? Errol Hanley, back in the day.
Yes, Ellery Hanley.
Yeah, what a player!
Yep.
They came from England, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
And I've also got a cousin that played rugby union over there. And if you do a bit of research there and look for Tom Varndell, you'll see that he was a very successful player. I was hoping he might have come out here, but everyone says that we're cousins, and he's the same colour as Ellery Hanley.
And I remember going in the mid 80s to this is at Leichhardt, and for the Dragon supporters, they're the older ones. We used to have a player, American Indian guy called Steve Funnell. He played for the Dragons. A big fight broke out between St George and Balmain back in the days. And it broke out into Laurie Lawrence was there. Laurie Lawrence, was it Laurie Lawrence?
Yeah, Laurie Lawrence.
And mate, they were fighting. The players, everybody was fighting. It was all in brawl. You know what I mean? Steve Funnell was there. He was fighting. Incredible. I remember the game, the mid 80s. It wouldn't happen today, of course.
No, not at all.
But incredible days, those 80s matches. The Tigers, the Dragons, the Bulldogs. I mean, that was magic football back then. Yeah. Incredible.
And I just Googled it. John Morris.
John Morris
is the defensive coach.
Here's a question from one of our watchers. Has the Tigers' joint venture structure been more strategic advantage or a long-term competitive constraint?
Well,
It's a tough one.
yeah.
Where do you
See, I used to
tough
follow
ones?
the Magpies, and when I was working for the railway, the guy that was sitting opposite me actually said to me, "I'm going in there," he said, because he said, "I'm on the board of the Balmain Tigers." He said, "And we've all got to have a vote tonight." So I actually spoke to him the next day before it was even released to the press.
Yeah.
And he said that the vote went through and they wanted the joint venture. Otherwise, they're just not going to have a club. Now, everybody that goes back and says, "Oh, look, we're Balmain Tigers," or "we're West," it's no longer. We are now West Tigers.
Yeah.
Right? That is a new team. That is the venture. That's from 2000. That's what people should concentrate on. Forget about all the Balmain stuff. Forget all about it's a merger that the Dragons have had to go through exactly the same thing. There are other teams that have done it. Now, I think that there was some really, really good structures within the Tigers, especially when you look at the Steve Norris. Steve Norris, Steve Noyce, I should say, as the CEO. And we won the 2005 championship. Those things that you go through, why did they want to change all them things? You know, they get rid of the CEO, they get rid of the coach. Then they bring all these other different CEOs that want to do this and want to do that. And it's not working because at the moment, the structure seems to be quite solid. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it's like that way, but we've had some up and downs with and once you've got the structure upstairs causing waves, it affects the club downstairs.
Yeah, exactly right. We've had the same with the board. We've had the two sides of the board for all these years, you know what I mean? We had the Illawarra side, we had the St. George side. And every 2 years they change the chairman to an Illawarra guy or a Dragons or a St. George guy, and they change everything the other person put in. It just doesn't work if your front office isn't working. Jack Gibson said it. Successful team, you need a good front office.
Starts with the management. Starts at the top to make sure structure's in place and it's proper.
But Keith,
there you go. Sorry.
But this is a beautiful story. Wayne Junior Pearce, his dad was a groundsman at Leichhardt. I'm sure you know this, Keith. And they had the house across the road from Leichhardt, a couple of doors down. And isn't that amazing? So Junior would go to training. He'd have to drive, just walk across. But I mean, think of those great players: Sirenin, Pearce. I mean, you know, Elias. I know you're saying it's a joint venture now or whatever, but I think this is a problem with the Dragons. We need to embrace our history as well to move forward, but get some of those ex-players back in the dressing room, get them involved, you know what I mean, with the club and all that sort of stuff. Motivate the players. Be proud of the history. There's some great history there. You know, and that's where I think we lack, you know, that sort of that motivation. So I'm hoping they can get some ex-players involved in the future for us, because we've got some mighty good ones on the St. George side. See him back in.
Someone put up a question there about Holman Barnes Group.
The Holman Barnes Group?
Yep. Now,
do you know much about those guys?
From what I've heard, speaking to some of the people around the West Tigers, that the Holman Barnes, where they were trying to put influences in, that seems to have changed, because I think the NRL have actually had words to say, listen, you want to keep going as the West Tigers structure and their leadership and owning the company, you have certain obligations as well. And if you've got people in place, like they tried sacking the CEO that only just been out there, they've had to reinstate him now, the guy, Barry O'Farrell. So he's now been reinstated back in there because what they done was wrong. And I think the sooner that the Holman Barnes group is gone, the better.
Yeah, I don't think so about this one, Keith. Luai's still at Tigers, on the plane. Not yet. He will be halfway through next year, but not yet. Not this year. He'll still be playing for the Tigers
No.
this year.
I think he's fully promoting what he needs to do with the club.
Yeah, he is.
And
totally.
yeah. 2 weeks ago, he was one of our better players on the field.
Yeah,
but
I said that a couple of weeks ago to my mates that I watched the footy with, that Luai just played a captain's game. He won the game. He won the game for you.
Titans.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that was a. So we do a segment here called Battles and Clashes. What battles are you looking most forward to in this matchup?
Oh, definitely Clint Gufferson and Jerome Buller. I reckon that'll be a good one. But see where you got your interchange, Jacob Little. He was always my favourite player at the Tigers.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Abby Coruscant because he'll dart out of the scrum and he'll duck and weave, and he's a great player. He's a good golfer too.
A good golfer? Did you play golf with him?
Yeah, I did the charity event for Save Our Sons.
That's correct. Yeah. You still do that?
Yeah, well, I still do that. Yeah. So
we'll get you to give it a plug.
Well, Save Our Sons is for Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. They have charity events, and it's for boys with Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. Mm-hmm. It's a disease that affects 99% boys. A friend of mine, Ellie, started the charity along with Chock from the Dragons.
Okay.
Mundine.
Anthony Mundine, because Ellie and Anthony Mundine used to go to school together.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice.
So when Ellie found out that his son had Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, he started up a charity, and Anthony came over and said, look, I've got a book here with all these people's phone numbers. We'll do a charity event.
Oh, wow.
Invited all these celebrities, and 18 years later, we went to an event 2 weeks ago at Canterbury Leagues Club for the poker tournament.
Okay.
But I catch up with people like, Adam Dewey is a participant with the club there, so he's an ambassador.
Yeah.
But see all the people, all the other players and Paul Sirenan, they all turn up at all the events. So I have a good chat with all of them. But I see all the players from other teams as well. So
yeah, nice. We might be able to get you to do a couple of interviews with them as we going through the year. Anyone else got questions?
I will try and organise something for you.
We might be able to do something with the Mad Dragons podcast and Save Our Sons. We might be able to do something.
I'm sorry to go back to old days, but you imagine Gary Jack, Larry Kogarah, Brian Johnson, Ricky Walford. I mean, no.
Yeah, but he was more Tommy Rodonicus, Bob. What's the big Bob Cooper, Dallas Donnelly, going back to all the Magpie days.
Well, Tony, I'll tell you something, Tony. And you'd laugh at this because Chris was with me at a charity event, and Benny Elias walked in, and I said to Chris, I said, "Can you just take a photograph?" I said of me and Benny Elias. So I got over there, and Chris goes, "Oh, you make a great couple." He said, and Benny Elias turned around and said, "Well, me and Keith go back a fair way because we used to play football together." Chris nearly fell on the floor laughing. He said, "He's no good at sport whatsoever."
You're better at the round ball, aren't you, Keith?
Soccer, I can't play any sports whatsoever.
You play golf? Golf's a sport.
I can play the drums, but I can't play your sport.
That's something I do remember about you. You used to drum on everything. You used to drum on the table, drum on the chair, drum on Christine, and that's not a euphemism. used to tap on everything.
It's a bad habit. It's a bad habit.
You still do it?
Yeah.
You got any questions for Keith, Bill?
How influential is Adam Dewey now that Luai's out? It's good timing for him to be back.
Oh, 100%. His mind is always ticking over for everything that he wants to do. He can see it play all over the place. So if you watched the match last week, that was his first match back, and it was just like he hadn't been out for 8 weeks.
He's got great vision, Keith.
Yes, he is very, very good at it.
Yeah, Scoop. Any questions for our guest? Be nice.
Not what I can think of.
Okay. What?
I got one. I
Go on, Rob.
He was a little redhead, Keith, that used to play halfback or 5'8" back in the 80s. Oh, what was his name? Can't remember his name for Balmain. Bloody good player. Little guy. He's a good player.
They're all little guys. Scott Gale.
No. I just can't remember it. Next time I talk to you, I'll think of it.
No worries.
Yes.
But I love those Leichhardt days. I went 4 or 5 times to watch the Dragons versus Balmain, and it was just magical, absolutely magical. And this is in the 70s and the 80s, so
I took my daughter, who's a Cowboys supporter, to Leichhardt Oval for when Laurie Lawrence passed away. They had the cup or celebration for him, and the Cowboys absolutely smashed us. And when you're travelling home from Leichhardt Oval, first of all, it takes you an hour and a half to get out of the car park, and then it's an hour and a half to drive home, right? And she bagged me out from start. You know what Nicole's like at the best of times, and she bagged me out in my ear all the way home for 3 hours. It was just like, rightio. She gave it to me.
How did she become a Cowboy supporter? Baffles me. Like you're both Tigers, and she got Cowboys.
Yeah.
She just picked it.
Oh well, don't knock it. She bloody follows Queensland in the state of origin.
Oh, I love Nicole. Say hello from Big T, because I'm a Queenslander now, Keith.
Billy.
You know it says state of origin, don't you?
Hang on. I was born in England, mate.
Yeah, but then when you came to
doesn't matter, I can do whatever I want. That's another good friend. I've known Karina for 45 years as well. We were in the army together, me and her.
I was going to say, Billy and Liam, you're only young guys. You might have heard of Laurie Lawrence, but Keith will tell you, he used to shadow box. So he was so passionate. The whole match, shadow boxing, he'd be punching. And I don't know how much weight he would have lost in a game, Keith. The whole game. He would have lost a couple of kilos from shadow boxing.
And he wore a singlet.
Yeah.
Yes. And when he went to England as their motivational, in the middle of winter, it's snowing, and there he is on the sideline. Got the singlet on, and he's
too funny. The good old days.
Yeah.
All right. We're coming close to wrapping it up with you, Keith, and we'll talk about Dragons. I did want to ask you about what was his name? Macassini, was it? Hamasi Macassini. Tell us a little bit about the orange-born lad.
Yep. Came down here, and then he was living out here at Campbelltown, and I don't know where he's moved to from there. Yeah. But Nicole's support worker that comes here on a Wednesday, it's her cousin, so she gives me an update on.
Nice.
Yeah, but seems like I've spoken to him twice at the matches, and he's very quietly spoken. He's not sort of out there. He's sort of finding his feet. I think I would put it.
A typical country lad.
Yeah. But I just think that, and that's only my opinion, by the way. he needs to go back to reserve grade,
Yeah.
and possibly for the rest of the year, if we could spare him. We're losing
that's right.
players.
You're having so many injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I'll give
we've
it
just got
another
shit
go.
Players, you have injuries.
Yeah. We'll see how he goes on the weekend. But I just think that for him to be 19, get that little bit more experience with playing, because whilst he's being named on the reserves for the first grade, he's not getting as much time out there on the field. I think he needs to get full matches, but play possibly in the reserve grade for a few weeks, just to be able to give him a bit more confidence, but also get him to practice a bit more with the tackling, because that seems to be his part that's letting him down at the moment.
Yeah, we've got a couple of players like that. We need to put them in reserve grade, give them a run for a few weeks, and then bring them back up. Yeah, but I think Macassini's going to be a superstar. He's big, 192 centimeters tall, 109 kilos or something. Strong, fast. He breaks tackles too. He scored a couple of good tries.
Yeah. He has. That was basically in the off season when we were doing the trial matches. But since they put him into the first grade there, I just think that would do him good, is to go back to reserve grade for 4 or 5 weeks, get that confidence back in him with the tackling and everything else, and then bring him back in.
Yeah. I think he's going to be a fantastic player. Last of all, Keith, can you give us your prediction for this game and prediction for Tigers, where they're going to finish this year?
Okay. First of all, I think for this weekend, I'm going with the Tigers 18-6.
Yeah. Who's your first try scorer? Who's your first try scorer?
Doreen Buller.
18-6, Doreen Buller, first try scorer. And where will the Tigers finish this year? Will they make the 8?
I do not think they'll make the 8.
Okay, fair enough. Thanks for being.
I'm going to either 9th or 10th.
Oh, they love 9th.
Yeah.
They finished there, 3 years in a row before they won the 3 wooden spoons. Anyway, all right, Keith.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, mate. Thanks for fobbing up your family dinner to come and join us.
That's all right.
That's absolutely fantastic.
Keith.
I
know where my priorities are.
Yeah, hopefully we can turn this into a lasting relationship. We'll have you on for every Tigers game.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
You'll see me in a couple of weeks then. How bad is the draw?
We're playing in a couple of weeks.
We play you guys again in a few more weeks.
Oh, well, we'll see you then, I hope.
Yep.
All righty. Say good day to the girls for us. Say good day to Julian and Chris. Thanks for joining us. You've been an absolute champion.
No worries. Everybody, look after yourself and have a great weekend.
Thanks, mate. See you later.
See ya.
See you, mate. Absolute champion. He's still there, so I can't say too much more about him.
It's all right. I can't work out how to turn this thing off.
There's a little orange button on the bottom there. It says it's got an arrow on it. I think you're the same as me. It says see you later.
It's like the big red icon.
It's just like, it's old people and technology. I do the same thing. Okay. I'll take Keith off the screen until he finds out where he can go. Really enjoyed Keith's story. I'll bring Keith back because Annie really loved your stories, Keith. So you've got an admirer. He's back. No, I brought him back for that. Okay.
He's gone.
Yep. We'll talk about that later. Jet. We can, yes. And thanks, Mohammed. You're an absolute champion. All right, Billy. This next slide. There he is. You want to run us through the Dragons team for Saturday night?
I sure do. And at fullback, we have Clint Gutherson. On the wings, Setutu and Tyrell Sloan. In the centres, Matt Feeney and Valentine Holmes. In the halves, we've got Daniel Atkinson at 5'8" and Kyle Flanagan at halfback. The front rowers are Loko Pacifici Tonga and Toby Couchman. The hooker is Damien Cook. The back rowers are Dylan Egan and Hamish Stewart. And the lock is Ryan Couchman. On the bench, we have Jacob Little, Luciano Leilua, Josh Kerr, Emre Gula, Jacob Halengahu, and Lycan King Togia. And then the reserves, Hame Sele, Moses Sully, and CT, Moneyman.
Christy Tui Piloto, that's right. Yeah, I was watching him last week. He didn't get too bad last week. Missed a couple of terrible tackles in reserve grade. So I don't know what's going on with CT. Scoop, no changes. It's almost the same side as you picked last week. We got picked by the Raiders. We got ripped off by the Raiders. You can call it whatever you want.
Yeah, we did.
What do you think about that team, Scoop?
We need to make changes fast if we want to avoid the wooden spoon. But at the moment, I just don't see us lifting up from the bottom. I hate to say it, Big T. I think this is going to be the first ever wooden spoon in joint club history.
Well, if we want to count 16 grand finals, we've got to count the 8 wooden spoons that we've already got. So I think it's 8. So we've got to accept them if we want to accept all the grand finals. Don't we? Agree?
Mm-hmm.
So, need to swap the plotters, Gula and Kerr, Halengahu and Sele. Sele's gone, hasn't he? Did he? Isn't he out of the door?
I think he's going to go Sharks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was already showing the door. I'm not sure.
I've seen him in a meeting with. I saw it Woolware Bay with bloody Fitzgibbon, but I was down there having a one-on-one meeting. This is about 5 weeks ago, so.
Okay.
I think that's where he's going to be heading.
You know it all, mate. You know it all. Being a Shire local.
Well, they've got it is June 30 today, guys. It means whoever wants to leave their clubs to play for clubs for the rest of the season need to be signed by today.
And also, you need to buy all your stuff for your business because it's the end of financial year. Don't forget that. Rob, how much better is our forward pack to the Tigers forward pack? Because I don't think there's a comparison.
Look, I think our forward pack are very strong. The heartbeat of our team. And honestly think we're improving. And again, I know I don't want to talk about next year, but I think with the new players coming in, with the full pack we've got now, we'll be having a different conversation come this time next year. We're going to be very buoyed. So I'm still very buoyed and excited. I honestly thought that we did not have the rub of the green last week. And as you saw with some of the decisions, and there was a lot of decisions in the game I thought that didn't go our way. We thought we should have won that game. And we're beating matches. So I'm really seeing a big improvement. And the more these guys play in the forward pack, obviously the more experience they're going to get. We were talking to Keith before about Jacob Little. Jacob Little's turning 30 in October. So that's the concern I got as well too. So we need another hooker. Whether they're going to play Cole Flanagan there, I assume they might. But we need
Connor will be there next year.
Oh, yeah, but I think he plays lock as well. But
he does.
I think we need a bit. We need to add some bit of backup to now to Jacob Little. So I was a bit shocked when I found he turned 30 in October. So but the forward pack, mate, they're doing the hard yards. Only young guys. It's another season, and I know we're getting beaten, but mate, with Keon coming next year, and he'll be the leader of the forward pack. Mate, this guy's going to be inspirational for our guys. You imagine Loco going, shit, he's the other prop.
That's right. That's what I was saying the other week. There's going to be a headache there with Keon coming because Loco and Couchman are not going to be happy moving back to the bench.
They'll still be in the team, I'm sure.
And Mohammed, be nice, mate. Be nice. We might win something this year. I don't know.
You got to have Keon in there. He's a rep. He's an Australian player. You know, still relatively young. So, mate, we've got him. In years,
I
how many
heard
years?
Keon might play lock.
Possibly play lock as well. Then what do you do with Ryan Couchman? Do you put him on the bench? Like you got Hamish Stewart there as well. He plays in the back as well. So
I think they'll be in the team, Big T. I think that's what the bench is
for sure. But
and we'll be a more powerful, stronger team next year. I mean,
hopefully with Keon coming, it'll really punch him in the backside and get him playing well.
We've got your Queenslander joining next year, Big T. Well, we've got some pace coming with the team. Drinkwater.
We have got some pace. Oh, also Philip Sami, mate. We've got him coming as well.
So we're going to be
some
team
pace.
next year. So have faith.
Billy, rate the halves. Daniel Atkinson and Flanagan, Madden and Dewey. Rate them against each other.
Adam Dewey's the best player of the lot. But I don't know. It's hard. Adam Dewey's just come back. He's already looking like he hasn't missed a beat. And Jock Madden and Adam Dewey in the halves were pretty good when they were playing together. So I think they've got it over us there, and that's why we have to win the forwards battle. Limit their possession as much as possible, because
it's 100%.
they're not going to be able to do much. So
that's right.
I think Jerome Luai's a big out in terms of he could create something out of nothing. He could do 1, 2, 3 steps and he's through. Jock Madden can't really do that. So
I think you got to treat Dewey like you treat Turbo, Tom Trebojevic. You just got to get up in his face and make him make mistakes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
and I think our edge defense has been better recently. I think with Dylan Egan being back in the starting side, that edge defense has looked 10 times better than it was before. And Hamish Stewart is also very defensively strong. So we've got a strong pack that hopefully they just shut them down.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Billy, to help you out, mate. I mean, let's be honest, Big T. I mean, I want the Dragons to win. I think they can win, but Atkinson and Flanagan wouldn't make first grade in any other team in the halves.
No.
It's as simple as that. So, you know, our forwards are propping us up, but our 1 to 7 are a bit of an issue.
That's why for me, I think next year when Metcalf comes to the club, it should be Reid and Metcalf. I don't really know where they're gonna if they're gonna put Reid at 6. But even so, I would just do it anyway because he's probably going to be the second best half at the club by the time next March comes around.
Atkinson can play a 14 role, or
that's right. Yeah.
Play different positions in the back line.
Yeah, or full back.
Yeah,
or full back.
Yeah.
Well, we've got
hang on. Seeing I made it, I might as well play it. So I might as well play it. I made it. Battles and clashes, boys. What are you looking forward to in this game?
Yeah, give me. I think the battle of the forward pack. It's always the battle of the forward pack with our forward pack right now. It's
totally agree.
Locker and Toby Couchman against Terrell May and Fanua Pole. I mean, they're all workhorses and voice crack and it's a good battle. I think even Ryan Couchman versus Alex Twal, both very handy players. They both got good offloads, both very fast in their positions, fit and fast. So yeah, I think the battle between the props and the lock is probably the most important battle, but also if you look at Damien Cook versus Appy Coruscant,
the hookers, very important.
50 dummy halves.
Yeah.
Damien Cook still got it. I think he's still a great player. Not as fast as he was, but he's still got a good running game and he's still very defensively solid. So, yeah, him versus Appy is also going to be huge. Those are my battles.
Oh, cool. Rob, what do you reckon? Same?
I agree with Billy. I'm completely into the forwards. I want Pacific Time to smash Terrell May. His brother being on the team is a big loss to them in the back line. A massive loss. He's been very good. Strong player. I honestly think this is a game we can win. Not just because Luai is out, but I don't know, something about it. I think we can be stronger across the park, but our backs have to defend well as well too. I mean, love or hate him, Val's made some huge mistakes in the back line defensively. So we've got to be stronger defensively in the back line. Got to watch Abby from dummy half because he's a crafty bastard. He can make something from nothing. Other than that, honestly, I don't know. I rate Jock Madden, but I do think we can be better and stronger. And we got to do it from the start of the game to the end of the game, the whole 80 minutes. You know what I mean? And just get into it and want to win. And I honestly think this is the game we can do it. A Big T, you're going to be out there, I believe.
Yeah, we will. We're having a meet and greet. I'll be there. You'll be there. Billy will be there. Jag will be there. We'll all be there.
100%.
In front of the grandstand somewhere, we'll meet and we'll have a chat. I'm getting there around about 3:00. 2 hours. 2 hours for me to get there. But
I'll have to have a brewski.
Yeah, even after the game, it doesn't matter. I'll be there. I'll be there with my niece, and
nice.
Well, she's a Tiger supporter, you see, and the missus don't go with me, and so we said we'll go to the footy. Why not? Oh, Scoop's back. Well, welcome back, Scoop.
My laptop had a bit of a brain fart there.
Yeah. All right. What are your battles and clashes for this game?
I'm going to say the forward pack. It will be interesting to see how our forward pack go against the Tigers forward pack.
Yeah.
Backline, I'm not too interested in.
Well, we've got to be interested in the backline because I reckon they're both pretty ordinary backlines.
We could take the Tigers backline.
I like looking at the edges. You've got Egan and Stewart and Sukkar and Finau. Well, what wrecks the edges? We've got Finau and Holmes, and they've got Macassini and Staffatoa, which both, Keith said, they both have defensive deficiencies. So I think our 3 or 4 have got defensive deficiencies. But I'm looking forward to that edge battle between Sukkar and Finau and Egan and Stewart. I said about 3 or 4 years ago, I highlighted Tony Sukkar from the West Tigers as being a player that will stand out. He's only in this year because of all the injuries the Tigers have. But that should be good. That should be a good battle. And I hope Jacob Little gets more than 20 minutes.
Geez, honestly, seriously, it's pissing me off that.
Yeah.
Frustrating.
James Saint's annoying dude. He's only just back. Maybe he might be a bit different this week. Anyway, I think that's all we've got to talk about for our game on Saturday up at Kogarah Jubilee. What's it called now? Venues. St. George Venues or something. It's always going to be Kogarah Jubilee to me. It'll be forever.
Is it the Liam Fallon Oval?
It could be, yeah. Liam Fallon Oval. We might call it that from now on. The Liam Fallon Oval. All right. We know what's coming up Wednesday night. A State of Origin. There's the Queensland side. They haven't actually released the side. They've released a squad. But I think the side's going to be something like this. Ponga at the back, Cobbo and Jojo Fafita on the wings, Robert Toya and Hamaso Tabuai Fido in the centres, Munster and Walker in the halves. Fegler, Grant, and Tino Fa'asumalawi in the front row. Britton Niokora, Kurt Capewell, Ruben Cotter locks the scrum. You got Matt Pack, Max Plath, Pat Carrigan, Jeremiah Nanai. Jeremiah was a bullfrog, Trent Liero, Reece Walsh, Murray Talangi, and one of my favourite players in the NRL, Corey Horsburgh. Such a passionate player, Corey. I just love his passion. He's just such a good player. He thinks he's a halfback. Corey Horsburgh thinks he's a halfback. No doubt about it. He kicks. Yep. He chips. He throws the dummy. He flick passes. I wish he had to come to Dragons those few years ago when he was on the outer Canberra.
His passion with the referee.
I love his passion. I love his passion.
That's not right, Ref.
I remember a game where he cried on the field.
Yeah.
So, it was just so annoyed. He's just the passion he's got. Something about Corey Osborne that people don't know. He found out he was going to be a dad 2 weeks before the birth.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge.
That's huge, mate. That's huge.
Yeah,
all right, Rob, can you go through the New South Wales side? They've got a few changes.
Yes, they do. Laurie certainly, the selectors certainly made some changes. We got Teddy Tedesco, Jack Bostock, former Dragons player, Brayman Best, tough boy, Stephen Crichton's back, and Marky Mark has maintained his wing position, Mitchell Moses, Nathan Cleary, Payne Haas,
of course, I'm going to
Mitchell Barnett. Yeah, I know how he's sort of still in the team. Hudson Young, Liam Martin's back as well too. Isaiah Yeo, Cameron Murray, Adam Thanua Blake, Hamala Owaki. How do you say, Big T?
Hamani Olakawatu.
Blake Brayley, Ethan Strange. Geez, Big T, you can help me on that one.
Coca-Cola. I call him Coca-Cola.
Kogarah and Victor Radley. And Laurie Daly is the coach. Laurie
Daly, Dum Daly is the coach. The changes in that side, like you've taken four out, you bring 5 in. How'd you do that? Hey? 4 go out, 5 come in. I know you've got to win this game somehow, but 4 go out, 5 come in.
Desperation.
Yeah, but Bostock and Mark Nawanganitawase on the wings, Billy. That's a good combination.
It is, but we're still going to get fucking whacked.
Oh, there you go. There you go, Billy. I'm sure people will. Some people will agree with you. Some people won't. People have got blue eyes, mate. That's what they do.
I saw Gus talking yesterday. Laurie Daly, one of the best New South Wales players. No one's saying he's not, right?
No.
We're just saying good players don't make fucking good coaches. No. He certainly doesn't. He's won one series out of 7. He's going to be 8 when Wednesday comes round because he's picked 1 front row on the bench.
Yeah, that's right. It's got 3 front rowers there. That's it. Brayley, Strange, Kohler, and number 13 who normally plays Victor Radley.
But I think the real problem for me is that, let's be honest, Queensland are better. The team is better. The players are better.
They got more. The organisation in the halves is better.
Simple as that.
That's where New South Wales fall down in the halves.
Game 1, if Ponga doesn't get sent off, there's no way New South Wales will win the game.
No,
right.
We will.
Your New South Wales halves are 2 of the best halves in the competition. You agree with me?
Well, yeah, maybe. Well, yeah,
but they can't play together. The problem is they can't play together.
They're 2 halfbacks in 2 different positions.
Exactly right, mate. They can't play together. Well, I was talking today how good Brad Fittler was as a 5'8", but he couldn't play halfback.
No.
Joey Johns, he could play halfback, but he couldn't play 5'8". Because it's a different position. Back then, it was different as well because your 5'8" used to run. They were your running halves.
I feel like that's still the
Big
case.
T, sorry to interrupt. Breaking news coming out from Queensland camp.
More breaking news.
The NRL community is mourning the death of former Bulldogs, Dolphins, and Queensland player John Raper, the brother of the immortal Johnny Raper.
What's his name?
John Raper.
The brother of John Raper.
Or Johnny Raper.
Johnny
Has
Rape was
passed away.
Johnny
really
Raper?
Johnny Raper.
Billy, get onto that, son.
Johnny Raper is a legend of St George, Liam.
He is, mate.
Yeah,
I think he's
his
gone already.
brother
Johnny
passed
Raper's
away.
gone already.
Yeah, he was gone.
His brother.
Yeah, he's gone a
passed
few years ago. His brother. All right.
Okay, yeah.
He played as well, didn't he, Scoop?
away. Pardon?
Did he play as well?
Yep. John Raper played for Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, the Redcliffe Dolphins,
Oh, this
Oh,
and
Ron
Queensland.
Raper. Ron Raper.
Ron.
Raper, yeah.
Ron. No, there we go. Yeah, we
Ron
get it. We get it right in the end. We get it right in the end.
yeah, Ron
yeah,
Raper.
Johnny Raper. It's not Stuart Raper.
Yeah. No, it's Drew Raper's his oldest son, and Aaron is his
That's
Oh,
youngest
Ron
son.
Raper, my
I
bad.
went to school with Andrew Eddinghouse, and Aaron Raper was a couple of years before with DLSL at Carringba. So that
Okay.
obviously that must be his brother.
Your brother, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Ron Raper
So,
passed
you-
away at the age of 80.
You guys
thoughts
been-
and prayers with the Raper family.
Thanks, Scoop. You're an absolute legend. Thoughts on selection of Bostock, you boys? Well, it doesn't really bother me,
Yeah.
but
Good selection.
Thoughts?
Good selection.
good selection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's positive, mate. With Toto, I don't know, he's been there and done it, but I don't know. Is it a game now where you have these tall guys that can leap, that can catch the ball, they can run fast, they're defensively strong? So I don't know at this level. But that's how Queensland has scored tries over New South Wales. They've out-leaped us. So I mean, maybe that's the method behind the madness. But again, I'd say, Big T, I pay homage to you. I know you're a Queensland supporter, and I get poo-pooed. Well, I think I know I'll message you. But Queensland's just too strong.
All right, Bill.
It's as simple as that. Billy, I'm sure you agree with me. They're just too strong. I mean,
Oh,
can you imagine playing it bloody well? Big T, how many fans are going to be there? 60, 65,000? I call it Lang Park, mate.
Yeah, 56, 57,000 at Lang Park.
It's going to be a
Sorry,
cauldron.
Suncorp Stadium.
Yeah.
It
They're
will
going to
be
still
hard.
drive past Caxton in the bus, mate? Do they still drive past the Caxton?
I don't think they drive past the Caxton anymore. I'm not sure. Yeah, I haven't been to Suncorp since it was Lang Park, so it was a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Geez.
Talking about the Queens, see, Billy Slater said he's never going to sign a Queensland contract again.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it?
But no, it's not interesting at all because he said my next deal with Queensland will be a handshake. They'll all be handshake deals. So he's doing that with the man. There we go, Bronwyn Fallon. Thanks, Bron. Passed away yesterday. He was Johnny's brother, and that's Liam's mum. Hello,
Yeah.
Liam's mum. Yeah.
You don't think Billy
Okay, what?
Bellamy in Melbourne? Billy
I
Pardon?
reckon he's gone.
You don't think
I
he'll take
reckon
over
he's
for
gone.
Bellamy in Melbourne?
Oh, there's a big possibility he'll take over down Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think Bellamy's going one more year. I'm not sure. So
Yeah,
No,
one more year.
I'm hearing that he might be walking away from the club at the end of this season for Slater to
Yeah.
take over next year.
His health concerns.
what was that, Rob?
With his health concerns.
That's right. With his health concerns. That's right. I know. Thurman's on it again,
Thurman,
Scoop. Has there been
Please stop asking
a
personal
seat for
questions.
hair in the Fallon house?
10 in the bin.
10 in the
10
bin.
in the bin.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah, so it should be a good side. Laurie hasn't picked a bad side. Bradman
No,
Best
it's not a
coming
team,
and
no.
Stephen Crichton coming in the side.
It's a great
I don't
selection.
like
He-
some
he
of
was
the
injured.
selections by
He was
Laurie.
injured, wasn't he, last time, Crichton?
Yeah.
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 What are your concerns with this team, Scoop?
First off, I'm going to rattle them down. First off, Mitchell Moses should not even been picked this year due to injuries. He hasn't played enough games. Laurie Davis should have kept Ethan Strange at 5'8" because he was by far the best performing 5'8"
All right.
in the competition so far this year. Second reason.
Sorry, Scoop. Billy's got to go. Thanks, Bill. Thanks for joining us, mate. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Okay, go on. Sorry, Scoop.
Second reason. Hamale Okolawatu should not be dropped. He did nothing wrong in game one. He should have kept his space. He should have kept his spot in the side. And 3. I say, he's not a lock. The game's gone past him at lock. He should be in the prop with Cam Murray at lock.
Yeah, I agree. Cam Murray's such a good player at Souths. He holds that side together. And Thurman says he loves you, mate. Don't be too upset.
He's after you all night.
every week, Thurman.
Rob.
Every week, Thur has a go at Scoop. It's all done in fun. It's all done in fun. We'll come back for our predictions to the State of Origin. I've just got a little bit more to do at the end of the show. Where am I up to? Let's go to the notes. All right, we have to do this new stuff. I should make the intros 10 seconds, not 20 seconds. Big T's this week in rugby league. Not every week I'm going to go back to any Dragon stories, but I'm going back to three stories this week in history that got the NRL and rugby league talking. It's the 1st of July, or was actually the end of June. This is the week it came out. Jared Hayne was in the middle of the high-profile investigation, dominated headlines. They dominated the headlines for weeks. And we all know what he did. He called a cab up to Newcastle, had a bit of whoopee, asked the cabbie to stay, and then he left. But he did some other things. There was a very, very naughty boy. The next one, back in 2014, the old bubbler photo come to light. Todd Carney doing the old, yeah, you know what I mean. We've seen what happened there.
Don't need to eat waste already. A lot of waste.
A lot of waste. Yes, that's right. And give us a twirl, Big T. I'm not standing up. There's not enough room out here in the studio for me to twirl around. And the third one this week was 2013 Sports Scientists at the centre of the doping scandal. Stephen Dank at the Cronulla Sharks. We found out this week that a lot of the players and the club took his supplement program and was leaked to the media.
They set themselves up the drug cheats.
I tell you what, shoot up Cronulla, it's called, isn't it? Shoot up Cronulla. We'll bring the peptides to you.
Oh, yes.
Shoot up Cronulla. Anyway, there you go. That was this week. Big T's this week in rugby league. Thank you for joining me. We've got a couple more things to do. The next one was, we're going to talk about the lower grades. The girls are playing on Saturday, so we're all going to see this game. Scoop's not going, but we'd like to see it.
I'm working, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, have a sickie. There's the girls' side, but we'll talk more about them tomorrow. When we get into some of this.
Dragons run the show. crowd starts to roar. Our girls hit the field and they're ready for more. Mad Dragons Vodcast, singing loud and strong. Back in our NRLW team all season long. Fire in their hearts and pride in their stride. St. George, Illawarra, we're right by your side. So buckle up tight, let the dragon flames glow. It's the Mad Dragons Vodcast. Let's start the show.
Well, there you go. That's tomorrow night at 6 p.m. before State of Origin. NRLW Wednesday with Jag. Billy will be joining him. I will be joining him tomorrow. We'll talk about all things NRLW and the lower grades for the girls. The Mad Dragon Vodcast, St. George, Illawarra, New South Wales Cup team. They're playing down at Croom Reserve, Croom Sports Reserve, down in Albion Park, just across the road from where Jess lives. So wonder if Jesse's going to get down there and watch them play. Also, we've got, did I get it up here? I'm not sure where I am. No, I didn't get it. But our Jersey flag team is playing at Croom Oval at 11 a.m. before the New South Wales Cup team at 1 p.m. So if you're down at Albion Parkway, get out to Croom Sporting Complex Reserve and watch the boys go around. We've got some St. George, New South Wales Women's Premiership again. Two. They're playing the Roosters on Sunday at 1:30 at Woy Woy Oval, Woy Woy. How come you can call Wagga Wagga Wagga, but you can't call Woy Woy Woy? Why? Why is that? Like,
I have no idea, mate.
You know, and the Illawarra side of that competition, they're playing the Mounties up at Albury Keach Reserve on Sunday at 5 o'clock. So if you're up there, I'm not sure where Albury Keach Reserve is. Check it up in your Gregory's. Do you remember those, Rob? Do you remember your Gregory's? Remember your Gregory? I love my Gregory's. I love my Gregory's. Okay, Cade Reid, injuries and returns. Cade Reid, finger, round 20. Moses Sully, hip. They don't know when he'll be back. Jason Steele's been said he's coming back round 27 from a calf injury. So maybe he will get one last game for the Dragons.
No.
Mark, Scoop, tell me something about Moses Leota's been given permission to talk the market for 2028, I think it is.
So there's so Penrith Panthers, they're going through a rebuild. So they've cutting off a lot of their players to be under the salary cap at the moment.
Yeah.
So far, Jack Cole's been told to go. Moses Leota's been told to go as early as next year. He could be at another club.
Wow.
Who else are they losing? They're losing quite a few players, Big D, because of salary cap constraints.
Could we do with Moses' experience, Rob? Or have we got our forwards set now?
Oh no, I think he, as much as I love all their forwards, I think he'd be a good buy. Definitely would add some value to our pack. So I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. You know what I mean, Big T? I mean,
yeah,
top player. So different to the guys that we brought in the past. I think, but I don't know. I know we're after another middle, but I don't know whether or not it'll be him. But I wouldn't say no to him.
Aubrey Keach was in Hinchinbrook, just near Liverpool. I've been there, so and there's Moses Leota. He's going to want some. He's going to want some of this to go anywhere.
I don't think he's coming to us, Big T.
I don't think he's coming to us either. But
it's going to be better than Peter Wallace, isn't it? He's going to lose some players.
Thurman's saying Scoop needs his own show. Maybe a Monday night Rubens and Whispers.
There you go. No, you just get a unit.
But there's something in the works for a Monday show. Just keep your eye out for it. Isaac Tage's on the out of there at Penrith as well. Pretty quick centre.
Sorry, I said Scoop needs to get a strip show. Sorry, I thought. I was just trying to recommend you get a strip show. That's right, Scotty. We do need a good defensive centre. Bring back Matt Cooper.
That would be fun. That would be fun. Okay, what else have I got? Congratulations to the Beanie with Brain Cancer round. $33.5 million has been made by the foundation this weekend. That's total. In total, $33 million. This year they raised $3.4 or $3.5 million for Beanie Brain, and they're still for sale. IGA, where are you getting from? But IGA is one of the main places, so get out there
Are we doing
and buy your
score prediction
Pardon?
and try score all that? We're going to do a score prediction and
We will. Give me a couple of minutes. I've got a couple more things to do. Enter the draw. Go to the Dragons website. Enter the draw. You can win a stadium package, a tunnel club ticket, where you stand in the tunnel, watch the teams warm up, rub shoulders. You got grandstand seats. Personalised video from the captains, Damien Cook and $500 to spend in the St. George merchandise truck if it's not on his side. Moses loaded TJ. Scoops Monday should be called Scoop Strippers.
There is a show for the Monday on the Works.
There we go.
There we go.
And on Saturday, the Dragons are partnering with George's River Life Care, the 50-50 charity, where half the money goes to George's River Life Care, half the money goes to the person who gets drawn out. They're a local non-profit organisation in Peakhurst who look after people who've been domestic violence, financial hardship, and they need compassionate services. So thank you, St. George, for doing that. Here we go. This is what you wanted to do, Rob. I'll just take that banner, that media thing down so we can see what's going on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Scoop. Let us know about the first game, Rabbitohs and Panthers at Combank Stadium, because Panthers haven't got a home ground at the moment.
No, so a few key outs for Penrith.
Definitely.
It's pretty much all the Origin blokes.
Yeah.
And the key outs and the key ins and outs for South got Jack Whiten back.
Nice.
And then for the outs is Alex Johnston and Cam Murray. I'm gonna go with the Panthers reserve grade team to beat the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
Yeah, Rob?
Souths.
I think Souths as well. Penrith were very vulnerable last week, and that was with all their top players. So I think the Buddies might get done at Combank Stadium.
I think so.
Even though they play well. Panthers play well wherever they play. We'll have the second one there, Rob. Broncos and Sharks up at Suncorp Stadium.
It's tough. Scoop, can you lighten us on who's in and out? Broncos and Sharks.
So for the key outs for the Broncos, you got Josiah Karabani, who's been stood down for driving offences. Payne Haas and Reece Walsh is out. For the ends, you got Dean Mariner, Gemmet Shibasaki. There is one player on the bench for the Broncos in Luke Gale. He could be making his debut.
I do.
Key outs for Sharks. It's mostly their Origin players.
Bradley. Yeah. Bradley's out.
I think
Bill Blake.
I'm gonna go with the Sharks on this one to officially rule the Broncos out for the finals race this year.
Yeah. Well, the integrated possibilities, I don't know what the integrated possibilities are, but the Sharks are 56%, 57% of winning this game. So I'm going to go for the Sharks. Scoop, Parramatta and Manly at Combank, another game at Combank on Sunday, the 5th of July. The Parramatta wouldn't have Moses.
Key out for Moses.
Yeah.
The key ins, which is interesting because there's one player on the reserves for Parramatta, which is Tony Matele. But
Yep.
it's been confirmed that after, I think it's this week, he's going swapping over to Manly Sea Eagles.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Effective immediately. So this is going to be his last game, and I think he's going to be traveling back with Manly.
Yeah, okay.
Key outs for Manly, pretty much Hamale Oklawatu and Kula to Origin. And the biggest out is Luke Brooks with a ACL injury.
ACL, wow. That is a big loss for Manly, having Luke Brooks out.
You got a young guy.
They do have, what's his name? Is it Walsh?
Joey Walsh.
Joey Walsh, yeah. He's looking to be a very good player. And yeah, he's gonna have to come into the side. I don't think they've got anybody else.
No, they don't.
Talking about Manly and Parramatta, didn't John Schuster sign for the Tigers this week?
It's on the so he's on the
Train
New
and
South
trial?
Wales Cup deal for the rest of the season,
All right.
but he
All right.
can be picked up by another club next year if he
okay.
doesn't want to continue with the Tigers. So I'm going to go with Manly against Parramatta.
I think Manly be too strong, unless the old man up there is looking down on Jason Rolls saying, "You've done a very good job last week, Jason, saving that young lady. I'm going to give you a win." So I think I'm going to go Manly.
Manly as well too, and the Turbos in the team as well too. The brothers,
Turbo, Gerbo, and Potato. That's how it works, isn't it? Tom, Ben, and the other bloke, Jake. All right, Knights and Dolphins, Scoop. What's going on there? They've lost a couple of players, both teams.
Key yards for the Knights. It's mostly Bradman Best and Kalen Ponga. For the ins and outs for the Dolphins, key outs is Yahazamal Tabal Fido. Isaiah Katoa is a huge out.
He is.
With a, correct me if I'm wrong, I think he broke his shoulder or something.
Okay.
Jack Bostock for Origin debut.
Yeah.
Max Plath, Cobber, and Flegler for Origin.
Wow.
Key-ins, Jacob Averillo. Trey Fuller.
yeah,
Big Tommy Gilbert.
Yeah.
oh, good player.
I'm going to go with the fins up.
Fins up. Good stuff. I think the Knights could do a job at McDonald James on the Dolphins this week because they've got so many players out. And it'll test their depth for sure. Rob?
I don't know. I like the Dolphins. I mean, I just think they're on their winning way. So they won 8 in a row or something.
7 now, yeah. I think it's 7 in a row.
Yeah,
And the Broncos have lost 7 in a row.
Yeah, sad, isn't it? Not really, Muzzer.
No, not really. No. Youngie would be happy. Youngie would be happy.
Yeah. And Muzzer too.
All right. Oh, there's the ladder. Panthers, Warriors, Dolphins, Roosters, Knights, Seagulls, Rabbitohs, and Sharks round at the top 8. And then there's the rest. As we were saying on Sunday, Storm, maybe Cowboys. Although the Bulldogs are looking good now since they swapped Crichton to 5'8". So you got to watch out for them for doing that. So, so we got to do that. Where am I? Find out where I am.
I don't see the rest of the teams making the finals.
Yeah, no, I think there's 3. The Cowboys, the Bulldogs, or possibly the Storm are going to make
I don't see the Storm
fight
making
for
it
the
with
8.
Jordan Hughes out.
True. That's another true one. Very true.
Sharks as well.
Yeah. But yeah. Well, there's the game. I think we might end it there, guys. You got anything to say about the game? Anything else to say about the game?
I think
Are we missing the good, bad, and the ugly, Big T?
Oh, mate, I keep forgetting that every week. I'm glad you remind me. I do it on purpose, actually. But we've got
Put
to
it
do
in your
some of
notes.
this. Yeah, and you can work out who the good, the bad, and the ugly is out of those three. Scoop, let's go.
Go for my good, bad, and the ugly this week
Oh, that's funny.
from last round. So the good, Manly Seagulls, how good were they? Thumping Melbourne 30-4. They produced their best performances of the season at home at the Battle of Brookvale, dismantling Melbourne. If Melbourne keeps losing at the rate that they're going, has the dynasty fallen? The bad. Oh, things are just getting from bad to worse, and from maybe to even worse for the Brisbane Broncos. They had advantage. They had home advantage and led during the match, but they let the game slip, losing 24-18 to the Roosters with the season heading into oh, that keeps Manly in finals contention. Will they make the finals, winning 8 games out of the last 9, or will they be gone? And the ugly, like we spoke about earlier in predictions, Luke Brooks tore his ACL last week. What a
Yes.
massive loss for Manly. Can the young gun
Yes.
Joey Ross step up, or will he be a massive fail to Manly's spoils? That's my good,
Yes.
bad, and the ugly for this
Well, I know.
week.
Yeah, thanks for that, Scoop. I know. If we had Hasman's heroes and villains, the referees would have been the ugly. The bunker would have been the ugly from last week. But yeah, what was the good? What was the good again?
The Manly Seagulls bumping Melbourne 40-4.
Ah, yeah, that's right. Did you see what they renamed the hill at Manly that night?
Is
They
it?
called it the 40-0 hill, referring back to that grand final where Manly won 40-0. Okay, Scoop, I do that on purpose every week. But yeah, maybe I'll remember it next week. I'm not sure.
Put it in your notes.
It is in my notes. It's in my notes to forget you every week. Um,
Come on, pretend I'm the fellow main co-host with you.
Yeah,
You
but
should
we
out.
love you, Scoop. We love you, Scoop. Well, there you go. It's another week for the Team List Tuesday for the Mad Dragon podcast. We locked in the squad for Saturday against the West Tigers. A massive clash at Kogarah Jubilee Oval, where history leans our way. The Red V faithful always lifts. Tigers come a bit shaky in the moment, but the Dragons are set to roar at Leichhardt. Lock it in, mark the dates, get behind the team as we build towards hopefully a statement performance on home turf. This has been the Mad Dragons podcast. Tell your mum about the show. I think she'll like it. Red V's a part of me. Dragons for life. And with everybody saying, come on, Dragons fans! Fire up!